The result depends only half on the person and the sport. The animals are responsibility for the second half. And this is the main distinguishing feature of equestrian sports. The horse and the rider here are full partners. Both are required sports training, endurance, professionalism, and a desire to show results. Trust and respect are indispensable. Since childhood, horses attracted our heroine. First, she rode ponies. From the age of 5, she began to practice at the equestrian club. And at 17, Anastasia Yershova got into the top 10 riders at the European Championships. For Ukraine, it is a record over the past 45 years. About the four-legged partners in sports, Olympic dreams and fashion in equestrian sports coming up next. Zodiac sign: Capricorn. Flower: peonies. Eye color: green.
Такие зелено-серые.
Favorite color: blue. Favorite season: spring, probably. Anastasia Yershova loved horses from early childhood. Even among her toys, there was not a single doll, only horses.
У меня такой подоконник еще дома.
On my windowsill, there are a lot more than 50 horse toys.
Так вот маленькие, побольше, и было очень много, больше 50 штук. Вот, ну и не знаю.
While taking a walk in the park with my parents or my grandmother, I always asked them to take me for a ride on a pony.
Покатали на пони. И изначально я любила их водить, просто вот рядом с собой. А потом уже, когда была, чуть подросла, уже садилась на них более уверенно. А потом увидела...
When I first saw a TV program about children who ride on horses, I asked my father to enroll me in an equestrian club.
Попросила папу записать меня в конный клуб.
The father could not turn down the request of his beloved daughter, and at the age of 5 she began to train at the Odessa Equestrian Club. 3 years later, she began training at the racetrack under the guidance of coach heroine. She won many competitions in the category of youngsters under his guidance. Then she moved to Kiev, where Gregory Robin, a French mentor and medalist of many international and national tournaments, decided to train her. From the first coach, I received such a base, which I still use, and from Gregory Robin, with whom I train now, I learned all practical details of working with horses, what they love, what they do not like, and how to work together with them. My boy, you are my most beloved and so beautiful. Oh, your pink nose is dirty. Of course, you like to drink water. Here you are. Usually a horse breeder is engaged in all procedures for caring for horses, but Nastya often takes care of them herself. She knows the tastes and habits of all of her 5 horses, who likes sugar, who likes apples, who likes carrots and bananas, and who likes mango. Equestrian sport is my life. I'm here all day long. I look after my horses and I constantly observe how my horse breeder controls them. Because they're my most important partners and my friends, who should be properly calmed and well fed. At the competitions, this young girl feels complete trust and mutual understanding with her four-legged partners. Horses, like riders, also feel a special responsibility on the eve of important starts. During every competition, if a horse has spent many years in sport, he totally feels that it is something different than training. The horse feels that and begins to behave more responsibly when it goes out to the start and goes with a full head of steam. And when we start to run across the track, I feel that a horse is totally different. The thing is that after training in shifts, they come out onto the field. They seem to become different. The best mutual understanding of Nastya is with her horse Osman. He's 14 years old, his father is Westphalian, and the mother is a Ukrainian riding horse. There was one incident when Osman learned to open the gate bolt with his snout and went for a walk around the stable in search of sweets. This is a champion horse. We have trained with him for 3 years, have performed at 2 European championships and are currently preparing for the third.
На 2 чемпионатах Европы и сейчас готовимся к третьему. Я с ним выиграла чемпионат Украины.
I won the Ukrainian championship with this horse and was the winner of many international competitions, including in Spain and in Slovakia.
В Шамарине, Словакии.
We also won the Grand Prix in Magna Racino with him in Austria.
В Магна Росино с ним, это в Австрии, опять-таки. Я его очень сильно люблю и доверяю ему больше всех.
Hey, come here to me, my dear friend. We must win this championship with you. Do you hear me?
Слышишь меня? Держи.
Together with Osman, our heroine took 6th place at the 2018 European Championship in Fontainebleau, France. Anastasia, along with representatives of the strongest countries in equestrian sport, Great Britain, Belgium, Sweden, was named by judges among the 10 best young riders in Europe. Note that before that, Ukrainian riders for 45 years did not reach the finals of these competitions. It was a very exciting tournament, like all my European championships, in which I took part. But this one I remember most of all, the 6th place. It was very difficult. It was very hot. There was a large grass field in which we performed instead of on sand. We worked a lot with my partner Osman, who is my main and favorite horse. We're currently training to compete in this year's European Championship. Dream in sports. Olympiad. Dream in life. My dream in life is to have the happiest and healthiest family and relatives. Love. Love is support, respect, and probably one of the most important feelings in life.
Самых главных чувств в жизни.
Happiness.
Счастье — это когда
This is when you have someone to speak with in a difficult moment, and when you have the opportunity to ride on such beautiful horses.
Ты имеешь все возможности ездить на таких лошадях.
Nastya is 18 years old. She has ambitious plans to win the European Championship for seniors and then the Olympic Games, where Ukrainians have never won a medal.
I
want the flag of Ukraine to flutter at such competitions as the Olympiad, so that our Ukrainian sportsmen win the Olympics. I find it interesting to jump higher every year and represent Ukraine in the international arenas, so that when the audience sees a young Ukrainian lady on the field, it will be an exciting and tense moment. There are 4 other horses wishing to share with Nastya the feeling of future victories besides her favorite Osman. She works with everyone every day. At 8 in the morning, she is already in the stable right up until the evening. Horses have a sport regime. They like to rest on hot days. After a siesta, she introduces us to her other partners, or rather, her friends, as she calls them.
Привет, Андрюшечка мой.
This is Undercover, my young horse, one of the youngest. He is 9 years old. He jumps 140. We went with him to Austria 3 weeks ago and showed very good results there. He took the first and second places, and I like him very much. He has a very kind character. He likes to communicate a lot. And he is very beautiful.
Андрюшечка, ласково.
This is Bodya. He loves to eat. He's a total beggar. And he is the fattest. He jumps 1.45 meters, 1.50, and I demonstrate the Grand Prix level with him. Also, he's my main and favorite horse. This is Clarima. This is a girl, and she has such a very specific character. I really enjoy working with her because she understands me. She's very smart and jumps very well.
Я на ней прыгала тоже до 145 сантиметров. В Испании мы ездили с ней.
We traveled with her to Spain. She also loves to swim in the sea.
Она очень любит купаться в море и вообще купаться.
Favorite movie: Racing Stripes. Favorite books: The Little Prince. Music. Sometimes I can listen to some of the most cheerful music, and sometimes I can listen to some kind of melancholy music. Jumping is the most spectacular equestrian sport. The rider and the horse overcome many obstacles of a certain complexity and height on the route. The maximum number of barriers on the route is 13. The maximum height is 160 centimeters. The rider must possess not only courage and determination, but also a fine calculation and be a master of riding on a horse and steering it properly to avoid any accidents.
В 2016 году я упала очень сильно на турнире.
In 2016, I fell in the tournament, but thank God everything worked out. In general, it was a disaster, to be honest.
Я не могла справиться с лошадью, с управлением.
I could not cope with the horse. Well, and instead of 5 speeds between the barriers, we made 4.
И кубарем вот так вот упали с лошадью вместе.
This case did not stop Anastasia. Moreover, she trained even harder to get closer to the 2012 Olympic champion, Britain Scott Brash, and the French showgirl Penelope Lepreveau.
Мне очень нравится, как ездит Скотт Браш.
I really like how Scott Brash rides. This is a top-level rider. He jumps 160, and he won the Rolex Grand Slam.
Это выиграть 3 раза Гран-при, 3 раза Гран-при подряд.
Then I really get a thrill from how Penelope Lepreveau rides. She's French, she has a perfect fit, and in general, everything is very beautiful.
И вообще все очень красиво. И каска, как у меня.
By the way, we wear similar helmets. Equestrian fashion is a special theme for sportsmen. Our heroine is not an exception. They love to look fashionable and beautiful in competitions.
Сейчас модные вот такие вот штуки.
Now these things and helmet are fashionable today.
Потому что обычно она крепится вот так вот.
The colors are mostly dark for training, and shirts with long sleeves are in trend now, even in summer.
Любить с длинным рукавом, даже летом, когда жарко, ездят люди с длинным рукавом. The
ordinary dress is white breeches, white shirt, mostly everything is white. But in recent years, other colors are also used. You can wear not only white but beige breeches, or somehow combine colors.
Больше цветных рубашек, и бриджи уже можно одевать не белые, а бежевые, как-то комбинировать цвета.
For her favorites, Nastya chooses stylish novelties.
Есть ушки.
There are ear caps that are used for more fearful horses, with a special lining so that they hear less when they're on the field. This allows them to concentrate and give a higher performance. Whatever fashion is, the saddle blanket of young lady always demonstrates what country she represents. It is blue, with a yellow-blue edging and a large flag of Ukraine on the side. Before the start, Nastya always performs her lucky ritual. When I leave the training field, we have 20 meters to reach the main field, and I always kiss my cross 3 times. I believe that it gives me good luck and success.
Вот так вот 3 раза делаю и верю в то, что это помогает.
Favorite dish? Miso soup. I can cook.
Печенье,
Cookies with
шоколадное.
chocolate. Favorite drink? Apple
Яблочный
juice.
сок.
There is a price of victory for every athlete, but there are always common components: hard work, injuries, fighting with oneself, the agony of defeat, and the lack of time to spend with your close friends for entertainment. But if you love your sport and you have such loyal friends and partners, there are no difficulties, Anastasia Yershova assures.
Это упорный труд изо дня в день, и как подростку тоже хотелось
This is tough, working day after day being a teenager. I would also like to go somewhere, take a rest, but I do not get the pleasure of such an opportunity before very serious competitions.
Но потом думаю, столько, сколько я сделала для этого,
But being there and riding these horses is worth such
На
sacrifices.
таких лошадях, то это можно и пережить.